What you doing, man?
Hey, brother. Good to see you, man.
Likewise, bro. Hey,
Boy,
man, it
you
was
busy?
smoking this morning.
I was just gonna
Yeah.
say, you so busy, you make me look bad, man.
We out here hanging out, having some cocktails and a little something to eat, man. But I said I got to get on with Justin a little bit.
Dude, I'm so glad you did, man. Tell me about the VIP role play this morning. What went down in there? It looked like you had a good group. That show, by the way, is getting a lot of attention on Wednesdays at it's 11 a.m. Central Time.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people from all across the country are on that in the Zoom room VIP for Claude Diamond and us here at Real Estate Wholesalers Club. And you're getting, like, I saw today on YouTube right after you wrapped up, 60 something people had been watching. 65 people, brother.
Yes, sir.
I'm just saying, live, like, we rival every other already with that show, rivaling every other platform that does live broadcasts.
Oh, man, that's some good stuff, man. We over there killing it, man. You know, you got folks coming in. I see the VIP group is growing. You know, I'm seeing new people, new faces and stuff, and they coming in and they participating on it.
Dude, I'm so happy to hear it, man. Happy to hear it.
Yeah, we was talking about you this morning. I'm like, man, I'm glad that brother got a break.
Yeah,
take a break, because I know you be putting it in 6 days a week like that.
You know, that's how I roll, man. That's how I roll.
I know.
It's hard for me to turn it off. I got a one-track mind. I don't know. I can't turn it off.
I know. I'm the same way. Once you catch that fever.
Yeah, once you make a little of that shut up money, you get the addiction.
Once you make that shut up money.
Yeah. I mean, I'm totally addicted to it. So I can't stop, won't stop.
But he got all the one-liners, you know, all the songs. Yeah, man, that's big Justin right there, boy.
Yeah, it's all about you guys out there. Free your minds, and the rest will follow. Okay, that's it. That's a little in vogue for you from way back.
I know, baby. Right? Don't stop chasing waterfalls.
Yeah, exactly. A little TLC. I love it. Man, that's some good stuff. Even now, I'll bump a little bit of that in the car, you know.
Yeah, that's time.
Absolutely,
yeah. What would you think about doing tonight?
Well, tonight I wanted to talk a little bit about accountability. Let anybody share anything they want to share about their business, about what's going down, what's jumping off. You know, what are you cooking?
Right.
You having problems with leads, with getting phone calls done, or the pre-screen call? You know, what's happening out there? We want to help anybody, but also I want to share a little bit about if you're broke, CoWholesale. And somebody asked me for a tip earlier in the day, which I shared a day or two ago. We do so many of these. I don't even remember what day I say what. You know, it's it's crazy. But we did. I showed this the other day on some session of the VIP club, and I want to show it again tonight. How to go about, if you have no money really, how to go about finding these wholesalers and stuff to do JVs with. It makes a lot of sense to me that if you don't have money much to get started, maybe you have a job and that's just paying the bills, and you don't have a lot of extra cash to invest in a monthly machine. To be able to find wholesalers, there's a little trick on Craigslist that Michael Batista was sharing with us the other day too. And I'm going to show you that. But then I also want to show you how to transform that into the automated REI, plug it in there again, and text blast all those. Okay. So you can automate that a little bit. Now, back in the day, I was doing manually, and I had to hire a virtual assistant to manually go through Craigslist and find wholesalers and manually reply to them or shoot them a text.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. I had a Bangladeshi virtual assistant doing that. I think I paid him $1.50.
Oh, stop. Right.
It broke the bank. crazy. What are you drinking over there, Victor? Because you're making me thirsty, man.
Oh my God. It is a what do they call this? What's this called? What's this called? Yeah. It's some kind of tequila drink, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, some kind of margarita with also with some berries and some whatnot in there. So if I don't make it all the way to the end, you know why?
That's a girly drink, man.
Not even.
Sounds good though.
It's got fruit in it, man.
No.
Are you at
it got some kick to it. I'm a little outdoor, little Mexican restaurant, Luna.
Oh, I was gonna say, are you out on the back deck of your own place there, or with some friends, or?
No, just hanging out here, just out here in this little part of Rancho Cucamonga, California.
Nice,
Wow.
nice.
Yeah,
nice. Yeah, man. It looks like beautiful weather out there, and that looks like a beautiful.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing.
Looks like a beautiful, tasty drink. I like fruit in my drinks too.
Yeah, I like fruit with my tequila.
Anybody here drink?
I thought Victor was celebrating a deal or something.
Oh, I knocked one down today.
Oh, there you go.
I am low-key celebrating one.
Tell us about it. Tell us about it, Victor. It's called what? Tell us about it.
It's called a Diablo. Oh, you talking about the deal?
The drink or the deal?
The drink is called a Diablo.
Or the company.
Yeah, the deal. The way the deal went down is so I had been working with this one guy on this other deal, and the deal kept wanting to fall apart, right? Because I haven't been able to find a cash buyer for it. So you know, I kind of turned it around. I think I might have shared a little something about this in the last call where I had turned it into a seller carryback.
Really?
So yeah, I turned it into it started off to be a wholesale deal. But his price was a little bit high for a wholesale deal, but I thought it was a good deal because it was already owner occupied and it was already positive cash flowing. So I wanted to figure out a way to park myself in the middle and take the excess cash out of it.
Sorry, man.
No, that's okay. So I want to park myself in the middle and take the excess cash out of it. So it's worth about 120. I ended up paying them 84. I put 5,000. I put 5,000 in to control it, and did a seller carryback with about a $400 a month positive cash flow to me.
Ooh.
Damn.
How many years you get to suck the money out of this deal? How many years? How many years, man?
I got 5 years on it. 5 years on it. By that time, I will probably flip it and pull out the good part.
Man, not a bad
That's
deal.
awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Nice.
thank you. Yeah, that would turn out to be pretty good. Oh, and then he turned me on to another person in his area, and they're trying to sell me 20 acres on a lake. 20 acres on a lake for 65,000.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd be having a Diablo too, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
He said, I'll be doing a Diablo too. 20 acres on a lake for 65 grand. I'm jumping on it.
That's insane.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Wow. What lake is it? You mind us?
I forgot the name of the lake, but it's in this little area of Dublin, Georgia.
Ooh.
Down in Georgia way.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's cool.
Yeah, I'll show you guys some pictures and stuff next time because I gotta take some new shots.
Is it all wooded or is it some cleared?
Oh no, it's buildable.
Wow.
It's buildable.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
that sounds delicious.
Yeah. It's actually got a cool little shack on the lake itself. It's got a cool little shack. It needs some work or whatever, but go up in there, put in 15 grand, and now all of a sudden that property is worth a couple $100 grand.
Yeah. Oh, no kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, that's great.
Yeah,
Victor.
man, this could be a $100,000 hit right here.
Yeah, that's so inspiring, man. That's good.
Yeah, I'm excited about this one.
How did you come into all these leads that you're talking to?
The funny thing about that is that every deal that I've done or every deal that I've even come close to doing, has turned into leads. Because like you were sharing on one of yours where you had, bonded up with the people at such a level that you were their guy, right?
Yeah.
So, some of my folks are inviting me over to come to their place and to hang out and to, to take me out and do stuff, like bonded up, with them. So, they're like, are you trying to buy any more? And I'm like, yeah. So they're like, I got this, buddy of mine, because like this one guy, he's been buying and selling for like 20 years. So he knows the whole area, right?
Yeah.
He says, I got a deal right now that's killer, and I'm just tired. I don't want to do it no more. But I'll put you up on it. Just drop me off a few dollars, right? So I've gotten my last 3 deals from people I did deals with.
Man, nice.
That's the way you do it. That's the way you do it.
Bond up with them. Yeah, that's why this morning, if you was on the call, I was stressing, look, get to that point at which they feel like you're their guy. Like, I'm gonna do business with you, no matter what. We gotta. I was doing a deal today. I was negotiating a deal today, and a guy, I got a condo in Miami Beach, right? So the condo probably worth 120, but it does need some work on it, right? So it's a straight hotel deal. So what I did is, well, the lady called me herself. The owner called me herself and said that she knew somebody was interested in buying. So he came with me with an offer. We got it under contract for 92. He wanted to pay 100 plus pay some of the back bills. The back bill totaled about 5,000. So I said, if you take the bills, I'll give it to you for 102. So that's about 12.5 in profit. And
I'll take it.
And he's getting ready to knock it down. So that one should be knocked down too within the next 30 days.
It's like free money.
It's like free money. It's like free money because I didn't do no advertising. I didn't do nothing for it. And another thing that's happening because of the Wednesday trainings, some of the guys are calling me up and said, help me with this deal, and and we could just split it.
Yeah.
I know you get a lot of that too with with people.
I turn a lot of that down. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. We got to build us something here in the VIP where we don't turn that down no more.
Yeah,
but
we need to do like a clearinghouse.
I can only do so much, Victor.
I know, because you live in the leisure class.
And you can only do so much, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Because you live in the high class leisure life.
I'm living the Diablo life.
There you go. That's great. Man, I love tequila too. It's tequila and gin, my favorite liquors.
No, are they?
Yeah.
With gin you win.
Yeah, man, it's good. I like that. It's seasoned right,
That's right. He said seasoned right.
I love tequila.
Man, that's incredible. It's great to hear successes. You guys have heard me say it before. I'm going to say it again, but nobody gets rich in this business alone. I mean, nobody. Listen to Victor. See, that's what he's saying. Nobody get rich in this business alone. It's a club, right? It's a club, kind of. It kind of is a club. Some of these guys even play golf together. Okay, so how do you get into the club? You get busy and they notice you, right?
That's exactly right.
Because you're calling them and you're talking to them and you're offering deals and you're offering this and that. And they're like, hey, man, this guy's trying something. Maybe I could take him to lunch. Maybe I could help him. I've had it happen to me. Is that what you're talking about, Victor?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, they notice that you're in the game. They notice that you have some game. They notice that you have the ability to put some stuff down, because they see you practicing, they see you working, they see you busy. And you just get a certain level of respect, right?
Yeah.
And now they want to partner up because everybody knows, like you said, it's a team sport.
Yeah. They want the same thing you want, man. They want to make money on this next deal. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
That's why I really, 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 I talk about this a lot, but I really believe in a spirit of, not a spirit of competition. Competition kills creativity. Okay, that's what I believe. But cooperation, that's a whole other game. Now it's synergy. Okay, it's not just what do they call that? The lamprey and the shark. When it's symbiotic, it's not just symbiotic, it's synergistic. When me and Victor can come together, combine resources, and walk away with a check pulled right out of thin air that neither one of us could have pulled off by ourselves. Man, that's how the rich get richer.
Yeah, like Napoleon Hill says, 2 great minds create a 3rd greater mind.
Yeah. I love that book.
Yeah, you know the deal.
That's a great book. Yeah, Think and Grow Rich. He might have said it in some other books too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that 3rd mind. Jesus said it in the New Testament, where 2 are agreed, there I'll be in the midst. There's that 3rd power that comes in when 2 people can join together to do something good, right? Man, gosh, I'm ready to
testify.
I grew up in the kind of church where they jump up and run on the backs of the pews and run up and.
That's right. They catch the Holy Spirit.
Sister, sister so and so, she'd get slain in the spirit 2-3 times before service was over. I'm about to have a religious experience.
Y'all are nuts.
I've been spit on a few times by the preacher. Spitting.
Oh yeah.
It didn't kill me. It didn't kill me. It was all right.
Right. It was pre-corona.
Oh, that was definitely pre-corona. Yeah. So what's going on out there, guys? Can anybody top Victor? Go. I'm just
Crickets.
It ain't happening on my side.
Wait a minute. I got crickets. Y'all hear the crickets? I was going to show y'all a check that I got. I'm not even showing it to you now. Actually, it's not here yet. I just got word that it's being mailed to me. So once I get it, I'll show it to you. But
so tell us about the deal, though.
Oh, it was a joint venture deal I did out in Nevada.
Okay.
And so this is another deal in Las Vegas. I'm getting a check. It's a joint venture. It's a small check though. So it's only.
You're saying that we could sit in our living rooms in Kansas City and do deals in Nevada? All over the world.
Oh yeah, man. I do them. I do them wherever. I was telling somebody the other day was asking me. They said, what markets are you in? I was like, man, that's a great question, but honestly, I don't know how to answer that because I'm kind of like all world, really. So I move around a lot, and I'll go. I told him, I ended up telling him, I said, I'll go anywhere the low hanging fruit is.
Yeah.
Got to get that low hanging fruit for those Diablo drinks.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you what though, Justin, man, and this is where I know a lot of you guys are in big cities and you're in these sophisticated markets and stuff. When we first got started and you were talking about, doing the flyover states and doing stuff like that, man, that's changed the game for me because, I like bonding with people and friendlying up with folks and, building relationships. And sometimes when you get in these sophisticated cities, you're just going up against everybody who wants to be so damn smart till it just becomes an uphill climb, everything you try to do in this business. And in these little small towns, man, they're just nice people, trying to solve a problem. And if you can solve their problem, they'll have you over for dinner. And I just like that whole sense, that whole way of doing business, that whole sort of climate that you create, that environment where they're inviting you over, where they're, wanting to be your friend, where you're following up after the fact, you're not hiding from them because you want them to have the best opportunity. Debbie says, I'm small town. I hear you, Debbie. And it's changed the game for me, bro. So, props for that.
I appreciate that. Did you not go into Dublin, Georgia before that?
Not really, man. You know, I was out here trying to play the game with the sharks.
Yeah.
You know, I was a guppy in a shark tank.
Yeah. No, I understand.
You know,
Yeah.
getting smoked.
I used to sell insurance, and I loved going out into the country with the farmlands. And because you could just walk up, you could pull up in their driveway, walk up, knock on the door. Oh, well, how are you? Well, step in, come in for a minute. And you know, it was like, oh, you done fucked up now. You let me in because
Yeah.
I'm gonna sell you something now.
Yeah, you
And I just grew a fondness for the more rural, not rural, but where the cows live so much, but in the more smaller communities,
Yeah.
just working with those people and giving them options that they're not normally accustomed to having. You know, they're in the real estate business I'm referring to.
Yeah.
So, you know, they don't have 1,000 realtors calling them each month, you know,
Right.
hey, you know, can I list your home, or I've got somebody I can present to you, or what, you know, whatever bullshit they're selling. You know, they get tired of that. But out in the small towns, they're not really getting beat up like that quite so bad. So
No.
easier to slide right in, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're mellow, you know, and just kind of able to listen to them and let them feel like they're important and that they're being heard, man, it goes a long way. They'll open up everything to you and let you become part of the family like that. And then you just really start solving their problem. They'll tell everybody. You know, I had one young lady today ask me if she could record a testimonial for me. So I set up a line on. Yeah, I set up a line on one of my Freedom Soft numbers, and I set up a line just for testimonials. So people can call in and, you know, and say nice things, and I could, you know, you know, write it out, put it on the website along with the recording and stuff, and, you know, some credibility stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's real cool. Country folks will do that for you.
Yeah. Yeah. They're nice people. You know, there's still a few nice people left in the world, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you could forget if you watch the news.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I really, really believe most people out there, when you can get to them and be genuine and authentic yourself, everybody nowadays has a bullshit-o-meter, you know, and it goes off as soon as you start talking bullshit. And if you can come to somebody genuine and authentic yourself, most people out there are pretty good people and pretty open to strangers like you. I mean, honestly, they really are. You know, Mama said don't talk to strangers, but none of us really listened. Not much. I mean, maybe a little.
Maybe a little.
Yeah.
You don't talk to strangers, how you gonna make new friends?
You can't do it. Yeah.
Can't do it.
Mama didn't even follow her own advice. You know, I mean, so, but I have had worse experiences calling into major metropolitan areas and trying to lowball offer. Man, that's it's like crawling on broken glass a little bit sometimes, because they're just so hounded and pounded by realtors and other investors that are active in that market. So now that's why I kind of moved out. I'm too lazy to work that hard.
Right. And they themselves have a level of sophistication that you have to overcome. And it's really hard when you're first getting started because you just don't have that level. And all you're trying to do is just, you know, figure out a way to put a deal together. And then you're up against these people who themselves, literally, they're the sellers, but they're sharks in their own way because they've been trained by all the people that have called them, including realtors and investors and, you know, every other vendor that's trying to get a piece of the rock. And, you know, LA, that's the market. And I see more and more people, even investors, are pulling out of this market because it's just become, even a good deal is not a good deal.
Man, is what I hear happening out there, property values crashing down, you know, like homeless population going through the roof, you know, lockdown, problems. broke government. What is it? Is it like what they tell us?
Here we go.
Go ahead, Larry.
121 today.
I think he was talking to somebody else, man.
Okay. Yeah. So we're starting to now finally start to see this shift in the market that they've been anticipating for a while. We're starting to see some cancellations in listings, some pullback on the marketplace. Some of the people that have had their property listed are now realizing that they might not be able to, move and have the autonomy that they thought they were going to have. So they're kind of like, okay, I'm gonna lay in the cut for a little while and see how this all plays out. So you're starting to see a little bit more reluctance for people to, do some stuff. The pricing hasn't really been affected. I think I'm good right now. The pricing hasn't really been affected in terms of seeing a big drop. But I think we will see it by this time next year. We're going to be seeing some market contraction, and you're going to start seeing some prices start dropping.
Okay. All right. It sounds like it's all up in the air right now.
Yeah. Everybody doesn't know what's going to happen next. It's like, is Corona gonna stay with us much longer? Is the government gonna approve a stimulus package? Are we going to be able to get this unemployment money and keep our bills paid? Are we going to get any sort of payment relief either for rents or for mortgages? And even the people who are getting the mortgage relief are finding that is affecting them negatively for their next move, because the lenders are reporting it as, on their credit report, and it's showing up, and it's actually the credit reporting agencies, their algorithm is dropping your score. So it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah. Rick, you're in California. Rick in California. It's like I'm a talk show host. Rick,
Yes, sir.
Rick in California.
I am
What's
in.
up, Rick?
What up?
Man, you sitting in a studio apartment today. Sometimes you're at church, sometimes you're at other places. I think once you were out in the woods. I'm not sure. It's good to see you here, buddy.
Wherever I can, buddy. Yeah, good to see you guys.
Talking about California, we still got to bag us a jumbo deal. I've just been so horribly busy, guys. I'm sorry. I've been bad busy the last 2 weeks, and so I haven't applied myself to this as much as I wanted to, but I will get back to you.
I really think the jumbo deal opportunity is actually going to show up better in the next couple of months for us.
I think so too, man. I think so too. So yeah. I'm not beating myself up over it because I'm making money too in the meantime, but I'm also like, I haven't forgotten about you. That's really what I want you to know. So we are doing this jumbo thing. If you guys are still in.
Hey, we're here for you whenever you're ready, man.
That's
Rick,
right.
That's why I love you, Rick. What's happening out there, guys? The rest of us in the VIP club. Anybody got anything cooking? Any questions? Bernadette in the VIP wants me to call a seller tonight. I would like to call a seller tonight, but I don't know if I can get the machinery to work. The other day, it wasn't picking me up for some reason in the Zoom room here. So I will try it again tonight, and hopefully we can. If not, then my apologies. I know I've done it hundreds of times here, and it's always worked. The technology of my phone going through the microphone. I don't know. I put my phone on speakerphone, and it just goes right into the mic. In fact, I have it sitting right by the mic, so it'll pick it up. It was not picking me up even, so I don't know what's going on. But hopefully we can get that done tonight. But also promise to show this technique on Craigslist. But anybody have any questions or anything cooking?
I have a question about your deal in what did you say, Nevada?
Yeah, Las Vegas.
Did that person call you, and then you got your VAs on it, or how did you go about it?
It was a JV deal. Okay. So in this particular case, though, I was part of the seller side. So we brought the property.
Oh, nice.
I was advertising it, and someone called and said, "Hey, we have a tenant buyer. Would you split with us?" I said, yeah, why wouldn't I?
So this is a lease option. This is a lease option.
Yeah. So you can joint venture on lease options as well as, other stuff, like ugly house stuff, whatever. Doesn't matter. You can JV on pretty much anything. And we've been talking a lot about doing JV stuff, co-wholesale stuff. I want to show this technique. We can talk about any questions you guys have though too, for sure. But let me try to share this technique with you. I'm gonna go to Craigslist. It doesn't matter what market you're in. This could be any market, but this one happens to be Kansas City, Missouri. That's where I'm at locally. So that's why it's pulled up to that, but it could be wherever you are. And what you want to do is you want to go over here to the housing section and you want to slide down to the real estate for sale. Okay. And you want to click that. Now you'll see it pulls up everything real estate for sale. If you come up here to the top, there's these 3 boxes that kind of breaks the filters down into these subdivisions. And if I click the real estate for sale one, it pulls up all these options. I could do real estate by broker or by owner or any of these, vacation rentals, whatever I'm looking for. But in this particular case, if I'm looking to co-wholesale, I'm going to go to the wanted real estate. Okay. When I click that, you see it pulls up 97 listings. We want to buy your house. Private investor has money to lend on great deals. Looking to buy a 3-bedroom house. Looking for a 3-bedroom house. We buy houses of all types. Right here are all of my comrades in the business. Okay. Some of these are duplications and you can tell because need to sell your house in Raytown, Missouri. You need to sell your house in Gladstone, Missouri. That's all the same guy. Okay. But these are my comrades in the business here in Kansas City, Missouri. So I can go through with no money and start emailing and messaging and calling these wholesalers in my local market and asking them about joint venturing with me. Okay. Do you have any deals? If you have a deal, can I bring a buyer? If you don't have a deal now, when you get one, will you send it to me? Can I get on your buyers list? When you send me your deals, if I have a buyer, can we joint venture then? Okay, start developing these relationships with these people, and these people will come to you over and over and over again. Some of them will, okay, not all of them, but some of them, in my experience, have come to me many, 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 many times, countless, over and over again. With deals, with potential deals, with buyers for deals. Okay, this is an awesome way to break into your local real estate investor market. This is a quick way to do it. Now, if you want a real impersonal way to do it, and I don't really recommend this, but I'm going to show you a quick strategy to make this less involving you using automated REI. Yeah. So it will still involve you, but less. The reason I think this is important, one, this is a quick, easy tip, but also if you're out there and you want to make money and you need to make money and you don't have deals, and you don't have a lot of money, this is a great way to go about getting joint venture opportunities with someone that already has a deal. And possibly you can advertise for a tenant buyer or for a cash buyer or for a landlord buyer. And if you get smart with this and you build a cash buyers list in your local market, okay, take some time. Don't buy the microwave cash buyers list. Okay, there is a microwave cash buyers list. It's done in 60 seconds. Hot and ready. That's at PropStream, that's at ListSource, that's at, you name it. You can buy cash buyers list, but that's not how the business is done. Get the list, sure. but put an ad on Craigslist, put an ad on Facebook Marketplace, and draw in cash buyers yourself. Build it over time. People won't always flood to it instantly. So you need to have some marketing out there in time. Free stuff like that. Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, no problem. Looking for cash buyers. Develop a cash buyers list in an email blaster of some kind. GetResponse is what I use. MailChimp is what others use. Other people use other things, but have an email blaster system of some type that you can store all your cash buyers into. And eventually, in time, when you've built your cash buyers list and you've developed a little bit of relationships with these folks, this is how it will go for you. You go through Craigslist here, you find a deal. You find someone that has a deal already, a joint venture partner. You're using this technique right here. You make a handful of messages sent out. You make a handful of phone calls. You find a wholesaler with a deal. He doesn't have a buyer. He's willing to share his assignment fee with you. If you'll bring a buyer, he'll split it with you. So what do? You put together an email. You hit send. It goes to your cash buyers list. The phone starts ringing with offers. You make a check. It's the easiest, fastest way to a check in real estate is a joint venture, especially if you've done it for a little while and you've gotten an established cash buyers list where you know these guys. Let me give you an example. If you brought me a deal tonight and said, here's a great deal in Kansas City. It's a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, 1-2-car garage. It's out in Raytown. So it's not like down in the war zone, but it's in a blue collar neighborhood, and it fits the ugly wholesale, ugly house paradigm. Do you think you could bring a buyer? People ask me that all the time. Well, my answer is typically yes. Because in Kansas City, I don't even have to send it out to a cash buyers list anymore. I don't have to do anything except shoot a text over to a guy who's bought dozens of deals from me, because if this one's a deal, he'll buy this one too. I get paid vast sums of money in an assignment fee for sending a text message.
Ooh, that's just pimping right there.
Nobody gets rich in this business alone, right? See, that's that relationship that keeps coming up, Victor. I mean, you hit on something, man. I mean, yeah. All the technology in the world is great, but when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, it's people.
It's people.
It's not houses. It's people. They live in those fucking things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's being honorable. It's living as your word. It's saying what you're going to do and doing what you said. And people will just start gravitating towards you and start wanting to do business with you because it's a rarity.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So maybe that's good for somebody tonight. This whole joint venture thing, guys, it has saved my tuchus a few times. Okay, when I needed some money, I didn't have, man, I was a bonehead wholesaler, spent all my deal money on me, left nothing for marketing, knowing in my own head that I got to start the F over again in the morning with nothing again, because I'm that smart. Okay. Been there, done that. What did I do? I ran to Craigslist. I ran to Facebook Marketplace. I started calling wholesalers. Hey, you got deals? You got deals? You got deals? Oh, you got a deal? Cool, man. Would you, if I bring a buyer, would you joint venture with me? Great. Let me text my network. Make a marriage happen here. Put A and C together and B is happy. And I mean that.
Hey, Justin.
B is very happy.
Justin, everything you guys are showing is like so powerful because like everything is reality. Like me, I just been hanging around with Victor and looking at the process of everything is done, and to see like somebody who's so professional like you are, so professional how Victor is, it's like I'm a novice in this. I'm just learning it. And it's like, man, okay, so you mean to tell me I could start off by doing something for free, learn the game, build myself to a level to where I could also be in training every single day and grow to a point to where I could be like a you, or I could be like a Victor, or I could be like, you know, one of these individuals who's crushing it. Man, that's so powerful, bro.
Yeah, man, you could be bigger than me. Shit, I ain't that big, and I don't know about Victor. I'm not going to judge the size of Victor, but I know that I'm happy where I'm content doing what I do at 5-6 deals a month. Okay, I'm happy with that. There's other people that I know that are doing 50 and 60 deals with this one technique. This CoWholesale right here, 50, 60. That's Keegley. You guys have heard of Keegley? This is what they do. They're co-wholesaling, joint venturing. I mean, how mad, crazy, big do you want it to go? I mean, at a certain point, you got to ask yourself that question, you know, hey, do I want to work harder and get more money to do what? You know, I'd rather take the day off and lay on the couch, watch a Netflix movie. I'd rather text Victor and say, Victor, do you have any movie recommendations for a Friday night? Yeah. Thank you for sharing, man. That was very encouraging. Very nice, too, your words. I appreciate that. Let me show you a little quick trick here. We've got this wholesalers thing pulled up on Craigslist, wanted real estate. Okay. If I do copy of this, what do they call this? This browser address here. I'm flashing it right here. If I copy that by hitting Control-C, okay, or I could right-click it, and then I could come down here and copy it, okay? Now, if I go to Automated REI, and I go over here to the Craigslist scraping tab, and I click that button, it'll pull up this menu where I can do a VIP test scrape, for example. All right. Now you see underneath that, it says request type, submit Craigslist URL manually or default scraping. So it'll default scrape any filters that I select down here. I can click this filters button and you see it'll pull up all these. I don't know why. Oh, because I haven't selected a state yet. That's why. But you can select filters and have it do a default scrape based on those filters. But what I'm going to do here in this case is I'm going to click the button here, the radio button that says submit Craigslist URL manually. It takes away all my filter options and it says enter the URL. So now I'm going to right click and hit paste, which is also Control V, by the way, like Victor, Control V. But don't try to control Victor. You can Control V. Don't try to copy Victor either. No, I'm just messing with you. Now I can check the data count and it'll pull up. See the 97 maximum rows. What was it? 97 right here on Craigslist. So you see it pulled up this exact same page right here in Automated REI. I can pull all of that information off Craigslist, off that one page, for $2.91. Then I can text them for a penny a piece. All right, that's the tip. That's how you do it. So you can contact them in mass.
So
What about-
you said that texting probably is the last resort or the first resort to doing it. Probably better to call them, right? If you're like comfortable doing that.
Yeah. In this game, anything you can do to call them or talk to them personally as a professional to another professional, better. Okay. If you can send a text that sounds like you, like really want to talk to them, that may work. Okay. you will have better success doing it manually.
Does automatic REI do ringless voicemail?
No, automated REI does not do ringless voicemail.
I think they were working on testing it though.
They are working on it, man. Yep, they are working on it. And I think I saw a module on automated REI. Sorry, guys, but I don't think they've gone live with it yet. So good things coming. Good things coming. What are you eating? A fish taco now? What do you got, Victor? You gonna eat in front of us, man. You know I'm hungry. You know what I had for lunch? Ramen noodles, man.
Stop it. That was my choice. That was my choice. Don't be trying to get us to feel sorry for you.
Ramen noodles, man.
Justin needs deals.
You know, sometimes
Justin needs deals.
Yeah, hashtag send money. No, I'm just kidding. Now, sometimes you got to go back and remember what it was like when you didn't have nothing and eat a ramen just to remind yourself it really wasn't that bad. I'm just playing. Actually, we just had it today because it's pretty damn good. We got the soy sauce one. I don't know, a soy sauce ramen, pretty good. I cooked a steak with it. Nice big old juicy ribeye, I think is what it was. I don't know. It was beautiful, beautiful steak, big piece of meat. Had enough for the dogs and everything left over. with the gravy, a little bit of rice.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Justin, let me ask you a question. What do you think going to happen with the market now that they done extended to no eviction to the end of the year?
See, that's what I don't understand yet, man. Is that everywhere or is that just locally done? What I've heard is that's just in certain places. Okay, as far as I know, it's not really happening here where I'm at. And so that's probably the case in other places as well. I don't know. Everything's changing so much. But what I can tell you is that when you do a deal with a tenant buyer, and nowadays this is not unheard of, where they put $15,000 to $20,000 down on it, they are not planning on screwing you up in 60 to 90 days. Okay. Especially, yeah. Debbie said steak kind of changes that whole story. Steak changes everything, Debbie, not just the story. It's I started to feel bad one time because I eat steak for dinner like almost every night. I'm like, man, you know, why is that a bad thing? I feel like I've kind of accomplished something. I have such a great wife. She takes care of me really, really good. She gets me all that good stuff. And then she asked me to cook it. What's up with that? What's up with that? Hashtag send help. She's eyeing me right now. So I don't know, man. I'm moving forward. I think that was that Ed that asked that question? I'm just moving forward, Ed. I'm not trying to get pulled to this side or pulled to that side. I'm kind of like the horses that run in the Derby. I got the blinders on, man. And I'm just looking straight ahead at the finish line. Actually, right now, I'm looking at all that cash Victor's whipping out right there. 1, 2. Look like he's at a strip club. he had a handful of ones. We can't hear you, Victor. You got to hit the unmute button, man.
But I got a wallet full up with plastic.
Oh, that's great. I'm just giving you a hard time.
We over here eating barbecue ribs and potatoes and
Oh. That's what I.
That wasn't plastic, Victor.
Baby, grab my hundreds. I got them in a coffee cup by the coffee table.
Right, we gonna just start flashing hundreds, baby. That's right. Join the VIP club. This is what you can do.
I do. I got a stack of hundreds in the coffee table. Grab it, baby. I got to show it off. That's great. Isn't this business fun, guys? I mean, it really is. I hope you still get some for the new folks. I'm sorry. I hope you still get value out of it, even though some of us more mature guys we yuck it up a lot around here. And when keeping it real, like Chappelle, when keeping it real goes wrong. Yeah, I feel like that sometimes. I'm sorry about that, but I better make this phone call, guys, for Bernadette. I don't know much about the lead. She did send me something. So let me see if I can pull that up and take a look at it, and then we'll make a phone call to a live phone call here to a seller. And okay, here it is. All right, Tim, 2 homes on 1 property. Let me see if I can share this. Oh, no, it's got phone numbers and stuff. No, it doesn't. Let me check for phone numbers. Okay. Let's take a look at this. I'll share the screen, and then you guys can take a look at this lead too, and then we'll call. And then we'll call it a night. Let's see here. All right. Owner, Tim and wife, 2 homes on 1 property, free and clear, on 1.6 acres. He, the builder of these, said room to build another house on a plateau overlooking the water, the channel connecting Lake Michigan west and Huron east. Man, something about lakes. It keeps popping up today. Son-in-law renting now in one, but will be moving out when needs to. Other one is empty. Okay. Cannot be cashed out in the year 2021. Must be before or afterwards. I don't know what you mean by before or afterwards. Asked if he could get 10% down. Hell no. Asking $289,000. Newly built, no repairs needed. Owner Tim lives nearby. These 2 homes are only 150 feet from the water. Wow, that sounds nice. Rentals for 4-1 homes are 1,000 to 1,300. 3-1 or 2-1 is 550 to 750. That's cheap. Cheap. Must be fairly rural Michigan here. If any used for Airbnb could bring around 250 per night, according to the home away site. I have told him that you would be calling. Okay, in reviewing the comps in the area, they're selling for 150 to 175 square feet. So that would mean with it being 2,570 square feet, it would be 382 to 452. He is only asking 289. But you can't really go by that average price per square foot thing. Rick, talk to me about this. This is Bernadette's lead, but talk to me about this comps. In reviewing the comps in the area, they're selling for $150 to $175 per square foot. So she's getting comps that way. Tell me about the validity of comps done that way and what we could do as far. Is that an accurate way to do it?
I missed part of this.
Okay, that's all right.
They're selling for, but how is she doing comps? Is she doing them as 2 livable structures, or is she doing it as 1 livable like structure and then like a barn or like a recreation facility on it? Because that's the hard part. If it's 2 livable structures, an end buyer is going to have a difficult time to get finance for it, right? So how is it? How's it comped? I guess is, what's the second facility? I didn't read this yet.
Okay, yeah, these 2 homes are only 150 feet from the water, but they're both on the same lot, it looks like, on 1.6 acres. It sounds to me like the rent in the area, rentals for 4-1 homes are 1,000 to 1,300, 3-1 or 2-1, which this is 2 homes on 1 property. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's 2-1 or 3-1 or what it is, but these aren't necessarily accurate comparables for what they're not really comparable, are they necessarily? That's my point, I think, Rick, right?
Yeah, there's really there's not enough info there to
and then
really get a good feel.
And then in reviewing the comps in the area, they're willing to sell for this. Okay, this is what Bernadette says: 150 to 149 to 176 dollars per square feet, with the total of the two houses being 2,570 square feet. She's guesstimating basically, based on price per square foot, what the value of this property is. Does her case hold water, Rick?
No.
I don't really have enough info for that because, I mean, you can't take two homes, add the square footage, and comp it out to similar properties that are of that same square footage, right? It's completely different.
And
I would
secondly,
have
we
this.
do not even know the square footage. If it is each house or if it is a total of the two houses, that's just 25, whatever that she's given. And also
Okay.
on one lot, if it hasn't been platted separately, like Rick said, how will they sell it as one house at a time?
It would have to be, yeah.
Yeah, if it was two livable structures, I mean, there may be a deal, right? Because then then you could actually split the parcel and then sell it, you know, one structure per parcel. You could have actually potentially two deals. But it really depends on where she got those comps, what are those comps, and how does it really compare to this, and how could it be split? I mean,
Pull
there's a
it
lot of
down. It
variables.
says it includes two identical 1,285 square feet, 2-bedroom, 1-bath homes.
Yeah, there you
So
go. See, there's a picture of it too.
No, down there. Down
yeah.
2 lines. Yeah, right there.
Two identical 1,285 square foot. Aisha, that's why we pay you the big bucks.
It really depends on where she got those comps. What are those comps?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you got to turn us down in the background though. You're listening to us too, and it back feeds a little bit. There you go. You got to turn us down and turn your radio down. Turn your monitor down. There you go.
How do I do that?
I think you're doing better there, Marianne. I can hear you. There's a little bit of background noise.
There might be Facebook or YouTube open in the background because there seems to be a delay.
Yeah, that could be. The lot fronts on Point LaBarbe Road and reaches west right of way. Okay, blah, blah. This is a description. Okay, so basically this. Okay, so here's a guy who thinks that this might turn into an Airbnb for somebody. But two basically kind of like little beach bungalows or something on the lake, 150 feet from the water on one lot, 4 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath homes each. Okay. So here's the problem I'm having, Bernadette, is I would like to make this guy an offer, but I'm not sure exactly what this property is just worth just yet. So how could I make a real good offer if I don't know if I don't have a good sense of what the ARV is? And you may be right, Bernadette. It may be 382 to 452. I just don't know yet. So in order for me to make a intelligent offer to this gentleman with you, I'm going to need to do a little more research on that. Unfortunately, I could call him.
A lot of what ifs.
Yeah, there's a lot of what ifs on this one. This is not like a normal single family residence kind of situation. So that's why I'm talking like that. So let's talk real quickly. How might I go about finding what the actual value of this property is? Somebody tell me. What's the steps? Where can I go to start getting an idea of the valuation of this set of homes here?
Well, you could comp out just one of them, like on Zillow or another platform like that to see what has sold recently, just on the square footage of one of the properties, and kind of that it would give you an idea of what one of them would sell. I know you're dealing with two here, but that's probably what I would do. For one of the steps is
so Bernadette did that. 2 1s rent for $550 to $750 a month, and so.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now, Bernadette.
Okay. So, yeah, I know. And so what I did was I looked up a 4-2 house, to see that. And that's why I went and I did the 3-2 houses. That's why I did a range of the per square foot, what they were selling for because of this. So the 20 on here, the 25 was a 2570 square feet. It is. That's for the combination of the two houses.
Okay, so not an unreasonable way to look at that, Bernadette, but not really. These two separate houses don't compare to that 4-bedroom. Trust me, that 4-bedroom is sexy. These are two basic cabin type 2-bedroomers. Okay, so you can't really stack them together and say, okay, it's like a 4-2. Okay, they're not really comparable.
That's why then I took the 4-2 and did the square feet. I divided it.
Yeah, I understand. What Rick is saying, and I think Rick is onto something here with just taking one of them. What is a 2-1 worth? What is it comparable for a 2-1? And you already have a rental average here of $550 to $750, which means that the price, I can tell you the price, if you're right on the ARV, is way expensive for what you can get in rental income. If you can only rent it out for $550 a month or $750 a month, it's going to be way hard to find anybody to come in and buy it for $200K. So I'll have to do some research on this a little bit. Does that make sense where I'm coming from?
No, I don't understand what you're saying. When I looked up 2-1 homes and 3-1 homes for their rental, okay, that's what it came down to. And then there's two houses on there, but to me, it's like the highlight of this property is that they're brand new. They don't need any repairs. And then that there's a certain part of the property where you can build another house if you want. And then it overlooks the channel there, because it's up on a plateau, it overlooks the channel there.
Okay, so do you believe that you really believe that the property's value is pretty high up there because of all of the perks and the benefits of both properties, plus the plateau, being by the lake? So some of these more less tangible things add value to the home or to the property. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And you may be right.
The properties that are on the water or that close to the water are selling for a higher price. So they're selling in the 300.
Okay. So what
is 2 houses.
What is a 2-1 sell for? What does a 2-1 sell for?
I don't know. I'd have to look that up.
Okay. Yeah. See, that's what Rick is saying is that if you can find a 2-1 close to the water anywhere around there that sold in the last year or so, that might be a pretty good idea of what a 2-1 by itself would go for. And then you have two of these. You have two 2-1s. And then you have a plateau and you have 1.6 acres or whatever it is. Is that 1.6? Yeah, 1.6 acres. So how about this? I'll make you a deal, Bernadette. If you can take a look at that tonight and get me that information, I'll call the guy and see if I can, if it makes sense to make an offer to him, if I can get a cash deal locked up together with you. What you had an idea of earlier was not a bad idea at all, Bernadette, and that was to just put the house under an option to purchase, perhaps even a non-exclusive option to purchase, which is also sometimes called a flex option. Okay.
Okay.
And which will allow you to market the property alongside him for a cash buyer. Since he's looking for cash, he's looking for somebody that can outright buy. It'll allow you to market that. And it's possible that you could find somebody to come in and buy this house for 50,000 more than what you have it, you know, or this property with all the potential that it has. Okay.
Oh, great.
So,
Well,
you know, it's a very unconventional deal. This is creative real
I
estate.
know.
There's a few things here that make it special and different and hard to evaluate, more so than just a regular single family residence. But I think a good place to start would be getting comparables on 2-1s near the water.
Here's a 2-1, like close to the water, like that one is for 182.
Okay, for 182.
Mhm.
All right. So
Sold or listed?
For the same, about the same square footage.
okay, so is it sold or is it just for sale right now?
No, it's a sold.
Okay. Okay. Well, what'd you say? How much again?
182.
Okay, so 182 times 2 is 300. Somebody do the math for me.
364.
Stop laughing at me, Rick.
364.
364. Aisha came to the table. She saved us.
I said it several times.
You don't even have a Casio, do you?
No.
You did that right in your head.
Of course.
Okay.
I was
So
laughing because I pulled up my phone trying to get to my calculator. It's late, man.
364 and he wants 289. 364 and 289.
75,000 strip spread. 75K.
Okay. All right. Let's call the guy. Let's call him. I hope you guys don't mind us dissecting that so bad. I don't do that. I'm not trying to teach you bad habits. I don't dissect every lead before I call it. But I wanted to do that because this one's weird. It's not single family residence. And that's what I mean by weird. And it's for you guys to learn too. So we're dissecting the crap out of that one. So let's call this guy. Let's see what happens.
Marilyn, no. You leave that alone. Remember.
He built those 2 houses.
Okay. Hello? Hello?
Try and call him back because that happened to me before.
Okay.
I don't know if it's because it's rural.
Like a ghost.
It's a little bit rural.
Did you say it was like a ghost?
That's what it sounded like.
That happened to me every time I called him. So I didn't call him back.
Hello.
Hello, is this Tim?
Yeah.
Hey, Tim, my name is Justin. I'm a partner with Bernadette. She's been talking to you about a property that you got out by the lake. Is this the right place?
Yeah, it's not on Lake Michigan. It's doesn't front on the water.
Okay. She was telling me that was like 150 feet from the water. Is that right?
Well, it's 150 feet to the water, but I don't own it there to the water.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. No problem. I understand. Okay. And she was sharing with me that she had visited with you, I guess, pretty extensively about this, and you're looking for a cash offer. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, she was talking about something renting with an option and that, and I wouldn't want to tie it up with that, okay?
I understand that. So when it comes to cash money, what kind of offer would you have to do something with me pretty quickly, or is this something that you're just kind of shopping around?
Oh no, I've got it for sale for on Zillow for $289.9. So
okay,
you know, you're got a full video on there. You can look at it, and then the other place is identical to it, and it's actually a commercial lot surrounded all by residential. So any more can be built on it.
okay,
City water's at the top of the hill of it, so
okay.
you know, I guess you got to look at it before you could deem what you think it's worth. You know?
Yeah. No, I understand. And there's a lot of nuances to it that make it kind of special. So I totally get where you're coming from. Looks like you've had it on Zillow for almost a couple months. You had any offers come in yet?
No offers, a lot of interest, but no offers. No.
Okay. All right. You think that's just because of the location, probably, or what do you think might be?
It's just a little bit past the selling season here. Fall's coming. I'm not. They're rented and that. So.
Yeah. Okay.
But are you looking or who's looking?
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm an investor, and I've got me and my partners. We buy properties all around the country, and Bernadette brought this one to me and asked me to take a look at it, and I did. And I want to call you and just ask you a few questions. Let you ask me if you see if it's a good fit, and if it's not, you can fire me. But I'm really trying to put a handle on what the value of it is, because it's so unique. And, because it's not just like a normal single family residence. So we're trying to put a finger on what the real value of it is. But what kind of scares me is that it's been on Zillow for so long at $289, which seems like a pretty good deal. But you say you haven't had many offers. So, I mean, is there anything better than $289 you can do, or is that about as good as it goes?
You'd have to look at it. You'd have to look at it to see. I don't know as far as how long it's been on there. A friend of mine just sold a place in town that's was on with the realtor, and it was on Zillow for 470 days, and it still doesn't say contingent yet. Okay, so I'm not concerned with that. It's been on there 2 months. I mean, I'm looking at a place in Montana right now. It's been off and on online for sale since 2014. So that doesn't make it. I just looked at one 2 days ago out there in White Sulphur Springs that's been on off and on since 2016. Okay, so I mean, as far as how long it's been on there, that doesn't months. That's a pretty short shake,
Yeah. So are you saying that 289 you're solid there?
Or anything, you'd have to come and look at it and see if it's something you're interested.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't want to waste your time or mine, frankly, really, if it's not something that I think I could make work. And so I was just curious if 289 is solid for you, and it sounds like 289 is rock bottom dollar for you.
Yeah, it's pretty good value. They're 1,285 feet each, and so at $100 a foot, and I built them. They're stick built. You'd have 128.5 times 2 is 257 in the property, and then the city water access up at the top, and the low township taxes. I don't know, but it's going to take. It might be someone who wants to move up here and bring their mother-in-law with them and have a place for her or whatever. So
okay, okay, I understand. Well, unfortunately, I don't feel like it's going to be a great fit for me, man, at that price. But if you felt flexible at all, maybe it would be different. But I don't think you do, and that's okay, man. I'm not mad at you. I don't blame you. I might feel the same way if it were me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I appreciate the call, Justin.
Yes, sir. I may follow up with you here, and sometime up the road if something hasn't changed for you.
All right. Okay. You have a good evening. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. I hope you guys could hear that. Could you hear it? Okay.
Yeah.
My opinion on that guy is where he sits on a scale of 1 to 10 motivation. 4. 2, 4. 5, maybe not really 5. He's pretty low down here.
Yeah, I
Okay.
say about a 3.
When you ask a seller, your house has been on Zillow for 55 days, you've received no offers. That's concerning me. Are you flexible on this price, or what is the reason why no one's offering? And they act offended at this. They're not motivated. Their offense to it is an indication to you, I have no motivation. Okay. In fact, I'm offended that you would want to offer me less than full asking price for my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful property. Rainbows and unicorns. They live there. This house has a rainbow every morning and every night. Unicorns frolic through the meadows.
Pot of gold buried in the backyard.
That brother is just not that motivated, Bernadette.
Okay, well, thank you.
But it's worth the watch, though, I would say. I would probably circle back in 30 days and see if it's still on.
I would too.
And then potentially look at maybe the opportunity to split it.
Yeah.
He may get more motivated, and that could turn into something a little bit better than the way it sits now.
Yeah. I think you're right, Rick. I would follow up. Exactly, Bernadette. Follow up.
How much lower were you thinking of going?
Well, see, here's the problem you have. It's been on Zillow for 55 days at 289.9. He's gotten 0 offers, not even an offer. So if you put it under contract for 289 and turn around and try to mark it up to 310 and put it back out there, what's going to likely happen for you?
Well, yeah, I had that thought, but I also thought that like I'm amping up my marketing, and then he might just have it just on Zillow and that's it, and he doesn't know how to sell. You know,
Yes,
he knows how
yes.
to build, but he doesn't
Yes.
know how to sell.
So
that's why I was thinking when I amp it up and put it on the marketplace and Craigslist and you know, what's the other one? There's another one, Next Door. I think Next Door is one. You know,
You're right.
because that's why I'm working. So that's why I was thinking a buyer would come from a different place.
You're right. In a lease option, this is extra okay. He can still market it on Zillow for 289. You have your ads going for 310, but your ad is the rent to own ad. His ad is just a straight cash ad.
Right.
Okay. So you can run competing ads in that sense with lease options all day long, no problem. Problem is he wants 289.9, and that's on the public interface of Google, Zillow. It's right there in your face, 289.9 on Zillow. If you are marketing it out there for more than that, they're always going to circle back around and do the same thing you did and put the address in Google and hit enter. And when they see 289.9 pop up, they're going to think, why in the hell is this lady trying to sell it to me for 310?
Yeah.
There's no other, it's the same exact offer. It's not rent to own. It's nothing. It's just more. Okay. So I was asking him, how much can you come down off 289.9? Because I'm willing to bet Bernadette is a better property marketer than you. And if you can just come down off 289 and come down to 281, she can put $8,000 in her pocket by being a better marketer than you, and you'll still get 289. I mean, you know, you can still market it for 289 and still make money. Does that make sense where I was going with that and why I handled that way?
Yes. Do you think he would go down like 8,000, 9,000?
If he would, I tried to get him down, but yes, Bernadette, if you can talk him down at all, that's additional paycheck for you. Okay. Potentially. I couldn't get him to budge, not one penny, but that doesn't mean you can't. Okay. That doesn't mean tomorrow he won't have a different story. I offended him. I talked to him like I'm an asshole. He didn't like me, but he probably likes Bernadette a lot. Okay. So maybe you can talk him down. If you can talk him down, then you can run that horse right alongside him and still make money.
No, I think you talked to him fine.
Well, you're a
And
sweetheart.
I appreciate you doing that, Justin. I appreciate you doing that. I've never sold a property like that where it went down a little bit and there was that much room. So
yeah.
I didn't know if I could do it.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Absolutely.
So it would be
all things are possible.
It would be on a flex option.
It would be a flex option agreement, not the lease option, flex option, but just a straight flex option, which is a non-exclusive option. That's why it's called flex. It's just an option to buy, but it's non-exclusive. So that's why it's called a flex option.
So purchase. He would keep it on Zillow, and then I would just do my other thing.
Yep. You run your horses, he runs his. Whoever gets to the finish line first wins. And if it's you, you collect a nice paycheck. But either way, he wins. Either way, he still wins. You see how that works?
So he would keep it on Zillow at what price?
$289.9. Keep it right there where he's got it.
And I would be doing it for $289 also.
You would be marketing it for $289 also, except he's made a deal to sell it through you for $285 or $281 or $279, so that you make a little money when you make the pass off to your buyer.
Do you think that's possible?
Absolutely.
You think I could put it out there at that and sell it, maybe?
I think you have a shot at it. I mean, this property's kind of strange.
Yeah, it is.
But you can definitely, if you feel like that property's worth that and that he's not as good a marketer as you can put that property deal out there if you can get him to do that.
It is a rural area, but it is 1.6 acres. So that's a good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know there's lots of people that love to buy stuff like that to go hunting, to go on, fishing, camping.
Yeah.
They like to, unicorn hunt and rainbow hiking and paddle boating, holding hands.
There's access to the water too.
Yeah. So lots of potential there, guys. If this has been good for any reason, one has been that it shows you that creative real estate is just that. It's creative, and you have to be creative, and there's lots of ways to do things. So we're just talking it through tonight. The doing will be ultimately up to Bernadette, but you're really onto something there, and if you can get him to do it, there you've created an opportunity for a paycheck. Okay.
So flex option.
Just a straight flex option or a non-exclusive option. Yes.
Is that in your papers document?
Oh, Bernadette, I'll take care of you. If you got to have one of those, I'll get something over to you when you need it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You're wonderful for doing.
Well, it's okay. Yeah, I appreciate the pat on the
back. That's right. And Victor can't pick on you anymore.
That's right. You got to tell Victor, don't pick on me. Hey, look, Victor changed his name to Galaxy S10 because he wants us to know what kind of phone he's working with.
I'm just changing up, trying to find some place here.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you helping with this.
That's all right. We've been here a long time. Everybody's getting hot and tired. I love you guys. Have a blessed night. I'll see you tomorrow in the VIP Q&A. God bless you. Stay safe.
Hey, thank you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.